Adam, how would you like to turn into an idiot?
I'm not sure I follow.
For our new sponsor, Village Idiot Pub, the 5K.
Oh, yeah. Village Idiot Pub in historic Cocoa Village is holding an event for the Children's Hunger Project called The Village Has Lost Its Idiot Again.
The run is a 5K held right in front of Village Idiot Pub on Harrison Street in Cocoa.
It's an event to raise money and awareness for the Children's Hunger Project. While you can run, you don't have to. You can walk, skip, or drink your way to the end.
So bust out those costumes, bedazzlers, and sequins and get creative, as there will be awards for the best dressed fool or idiot. The theme is Masquerade Ball.
Also, you've heard them on Living Podcariously do a performance, as well as guesting on the Twisted 10. Our friends of the podcasts, Hot Pink, will be performing for the Village Idiot at 7 p.m.
This 5K is not a timed event. It's a fun run. It's really about having fun and raising some money for the Children's Hunger Project.
Village Idiot Pub has over 30 beers on tap, including ciders as well as Hefeweizens, my favorite, hundreds of bottle choices, and a great selection of wine.
So get your friends together for the run, then enjoy the board games, puzzles, and giant Jenga inside, as well as Hot Pink's performance.
Jason and the rest of the staff are awesome and will take excellent care of you.
Mention either one of our shows to the staff and get 10% off your tab.
You can catch the entire cast from Living Podcariously as well as the Twisted 10 there on April 1st for this run. I'm thinking we should set up mics and let our listeners and the people at Village Idiot add some commentary.
Ooh, that could be dangerous.
The Village Idiot Run will be on April 1st, directly in front of the Village Idiot Pub on Harrison Street in Cocoa, directly across from the big park.
Visit Village Idiot Pub on Facebook for full event details.
You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Welcome to Living Podcariously.
Yo, yo.
I'm Adam. I'm one of your hosts. Sitting to my right tonight.
I am Tack. And sitting way, way over there.
In the other room.
In
Way
the other
over
room,
there.
basically.
Andrea Joy.
Not in a lady chase tonight. In fact, she's in a little pink chair we got at the house.
I'm a lot more comfortable than you guys.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. We are live out at Village Idiot Pub in historic Cocoa Village doing a recording of our episode. So you'll hear some background noise. You'll hear a little bit of music. It's the bar life. That's just kind of what it is, Tack.
Bar life. Where's Jay?
Yeah, Jay had to cancel. Maybe something to do with his AA meetings. I'm not sure. We're going to record at a bar. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. With this mic is moving all on its own. That's kind of freaking me out.
I saw that. Was that me doing that?
Jay is here in spirit.
Oh, yeah, it was me. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
No, don't say that. It was more fun to pretend.
Oh, yeah. Wow, this place is haunted. You guys should come out and do some ghost hunting here.
All right, so we got a good show in store for you tonight. Jason from Village Idiot is going to come on with us a little bit later. Maybe give us some samplings of different beers that he's got on tap.
Yeah, I'm going to get the menu, and I'm going to go through some of the shit. Maybe that's what I'll talk to Jason about. And we'll talk beer, man. We'll talk beer.
I like it.
I was here last weekend with my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend.
And I had tried the apple pie cider. Tasted just like apple pie. It didn't taste like alcohol
Really?
at all. It was actually really good. So
They have
So did Holly get something like really tough and like...
no, she's the one that actually ordered that first, but she was a little disappointed that it wasn't as strong as she wanted it to. So, I mean, she still liked it. I mean, we both drank it, and then so yeah.
Wow. Y'all were here last weekend.
Yeah, the same time you guys are right over there watching the show.
Yeah, we were at the show while they were in here.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, we were in the playhouse.
And we didn't know that until we'd already gotten home and saw your Facebook post, and we're like, "Oh shit, they were there same time as we were."
When you were being very rude in the playhouse for those women.
Which is kind of funny because I may have saw your assaulting woman because we were out front of the theater before the show, and there's all kinds of old people out there, and I was like, "Oh, it must be a show about to start." And I'm surprised we didn't see you guys.
You know, the funniest comment you made in the last episode was that we were bitching about, getting yelled at by a bunch of old women, and you said, of course you were around a bunch of old women. You were at the Playhouse on a Sunday afternoon. That's just kind of what happened.
Well, yeah, it's a matinee.
Hey, all right, so Village Idiot Pub, real quick. 30 beers on draft, including ciders, as well as Andrea's favorite wine. You kind of heard that in the commercial running at the beginning of the show.
Indeed.
You heard the spot run for April 1st. Living Podcariously, the entire cast will be out here April 1st supporting the Village Idiot Run, which is the Village has lost its Idiot Again run for 5K, and it's to raise money for the charity, for the Brevard County charity.
Now, you keep
which one is
saying
it?
again. Where does that word come from again? Because all the promos
what's the
I've
name
seen.
of the charity?
Oh, it's
The Children's Hunger Project.
Children's Hunger Project. Thank you.
Yeah.
God,
And
that's
it's
gonna be hard to
also a
edit.
dress up. So it's it's also a dress up, wear masks, and it's masquerade.
The
Masquerade's
masquerade
theme.
ball is the theme.
Yes, and I've been talking to Jason, and we're thinking about having a king and queen of the run. So whoever
Nice.
is decked out in
Nice.
the most everything will get a prize, but the biggest prize will be the bragging rights of being king and
Tack,
queen.
why do I feel like
of the
Andrea's going to
5K.
put me in makeup and the whole 9 yards?
You're going to be the queen.
I kind of like it. What were you asking?
It feels right, Brian. Feels right.
That was really fucking good.
You keep saying the Village has lost the Idiot again, but all the promos I see for it, it just says the Village Idiot Run. Like there's a promo right over there on the wall that just says the Village Idiot Run.
Next segment,
.com.
when we bring Jason in here, maybe he can,
We'll
kind of
confirm
that. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no clue.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jason, Shelley, Marisa. I don't remember what her name, how it's pronounced. The whole staff up here is great. Tonight we've got Jason and Marcus that are going to be taking care of us. Come up and enjoy some craft beers. If you mention Living Podcariously or the Twisted 10, you get 10% off your entire tab. So kind of a cool way for them to keep track of who's listening that wants to admit it. But yeah, get 10% off. If you drink 10 beers, that's a free beer, Tack.
Definitely.
All right, so I got a big announcement for our shows, by the way.
Another big announcement?
Yeah, this one,
You take care of us, Daddy.
All right, so sponsorship is great. Don't get me wrong. Having a place like this that, number one, house us, but also give us a little bit of pocket money for taking care of our hosting and things like that is awesome. However, we've got a really, really cool guest that's going to be joining us on the Twisted 10, which is our other podcast that we host, and Living Podcariously. This guy will be here in June to help us on to come sit in with us on Living Podcariously's cast in June. But he's going to do a remote broadcast, and he's going to guest host the Twisted 10 on February 27th. So it'll be out the Thursday after that, February 27th.
So you're talking like a week or a couple weeks?
Yeah, a couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, stand-up comedian. You've seen him on Comedy Central. You've seen him on Jay Leno. You've seen him on Conan O'Brien. Mm-hmm. Whoever you weigh higher, hey, that's your own thing.
Yeah.
And you've seen him on Playboy's The Morning Show. Dan Cummins is going to be here with us.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I listened to his podcast.
Time Suck.
Time Suck. Yeah. I've been listening to it. I've been binging it. It's actually
I've been doing
good.
the same thing. Yeah, I've been binge listening. I go through and I'm selectively picking the ones that I want to listen to, and then I'll go back and fill in the spaces with the extra shows that I've missed. In fact, I'll give a little spoiler here to any of the listeners of Twisted 10 that like it and also listen to this show. My next episode, Tack, is going to be themed, based, and inspired by one of Dan Cummins' shows. So just
one
so
of his episodes?
One of his episodes,
Oh,
yes.
okay,
It's
cool.
inspiration, and I already talked to him about it. It's like, hey, do you care if I plug your show? And I want to use your show as an inspiration for one of my top 10 lists. He's like, no, man, do your thing. So Twisted
cool.
10, the next one that's hosted by me will be a theme based around an episode of Dan Cummins' show. So,
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to that. I mean, let's be honest, he's a huge star, and that'll be good for us. Get us a little bit more exposure, just saying.
Yep.
But anyway. All right, so hey, by the way, we're coming up on Living Podcariously episode number 50.
Nice.
Granted, Andrea, we're at like episode number 70, but since we reformatted the show and re-released the show, we're officially on. This is episode number 49 we're recording now.
So my birthday is episode 50.
Your birthday is going to be
Yay.
episode 50.
So what surprise are you going to have for my birthday?
I don't.
Your birthday, we did the strip club, a limo, dinner.
Oh, shit.
Good point. She kind of set the bar kind of high.
Yeah.
You screwed yourself because you set the bar kind of high. How are you going to outdo that birthday for me next year?
There's plenty of things
All
to
I
do.
have to do is set my standard very low at the beginning of our relationship, and I don't have to do anything extravagant
You don't have
for
to
you.
one up it next year.
Yeah, exactly.
That's because all my friends did it for me last year. It was Mardi Gras in the
Oh.
village.
Yeah, I have Eddie Money coming to play specifically for you next weekend in Cocoa Village. What do you think about that?
Brenda already decided that.
Oh, damn it. I was trying to ride on the coattails of Village Idiots or Cocoa Village's
You're
Mardi
driving
Gras.
me to South Carolina.
Yeah,
Or
there
North-
you go.
or
South Carolina,
South
yeah.
Carolina.
We're going to be taking a trip up North Tack in a few weeks to go visit my grandmother on her 93rd birthday.
First.
Oh, wow.
91st? See, she
Whose
knows more.
grandma is it?
Mine. She knows
His
more about my
mom's.
family than I do. All right, so let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to bring Jason, owner of Village Idiot, in on the show, and he might be letting us try some of his beers. So
Cool,
I'm
cool.
just saying,
Hell yeah.
that'll be a fun little time. All right, thanks for listening. You're going to hear a little bit of DJ Gil Lugo in the break. Also, next segment, I want to talk a little bit about a really cool podcast that I've met, talked to these guys a little bit locally, and they make their own music. And I'm going to start getting some of the music, or hopefully getting some of their music to play on our show. But local
nice.
guys right here on Merritt Island. So
Oh, wow.
real
Okay,
cool. All right, we'll be right back.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Village Idiot Pub. You locals know about it. You guys from out of town have to check them out.
Village Idiot Pub is now a proud sponsor with Living Podcariously and the Twisted 10 podcasts.
It's more than just about commercials, though. The cast here will be taking our show on the road to Village Idiot to record some episodes as well as hold events. They have over 30 beers on tap, including ciders and Hefeweizen, my favorite, as well as hundreds of bottle choices.
Adam, you forgot my favorite, all the delicious wine. So get your friends together and enjoy the board games, puzzles, and the giant Jenga.
Let the owner Jason, as well as the rest of the staff there, take excellent care of your beer drinking needs.
Mention either one of our shows to the staff and get 10% off your tab.
Tuesday is open mic, Wednesday is trivia, Thursday is karaoke, Friday and Saturday night are live music.
Visit them at 4 Harrison Street, Suite 103, Cocoa, Florida, or Village Idiot Pub on Facebook. And don't forget, they are a dog-friendly location, so bring your friends, family, and fur babies.
Let me tell you something about house music. It's not just a groove. House is a feeling. And when you feel it, you will understand that house music is freedom. Freedom to be who you want to be.
All right, welcome back to Living Podcariously. This segment, we're going to be joined with Jason from Village Idiot. So welcome aboard again,
Thank
Jason.
you.
We appreciate it.
Good to be back.
We last segment, we had a couple questions. We were talking a little bit about the April 1st run, and its title is "The Village Has Lost Its Idiot Again."
Again.
Where's the "again"
Okay.
come from? Isn't that what you
Well,
wanted?
like the promo, the promo over there says the Village Idiot Run.
It's supposed to be the village has lost its idiot again because each year we lose the idiot, so that's been past
Gotcha,
few
gotcha,
years.
gotcha.
And there's
Okay.
an idiot running around that you gotta find.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so
I
it's
just
a
do want
manhunt.
to. I didn't want to
Gives
make
you
sure.
free beer and stuff like that.
Oh no shit.
Oh,
Okay.
that's cool. I just want to make sure we weren't like saying it wrong or something
you're
like
not.
that. Okay, cool.
Tack, you don't know, but you're the idiot this year. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds like the best job of all.
No, we're looking forward to it. We're gonna have a lot of fun. If we'll do, again, like I said, outside, anything you need our help with, if we can, obviously we'll promote it. But the day of, if you need help, corralling people, or if you need help,
We always need
with-
volunteers and runners and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, let's not do that. Maybe walking, maybe.
Come on, you can have a beer the whole time.
All right, that's different. Can I have a beer and a camo pack or a camel pack?
Sure.
You guys are
Okay.
doing it. I'll
get the
man our
tie.
booth. And that's only because I have a wedding that day where I'm doing 10 hairstyles before that. So I'll be on my feet all
Wow.
day.
We have a booth.
I'll make one
Ooh.
to sit at so
Wow.
I don't have to.
you do my hair that day too?
Of course.
That'd be kind of cool.
I'll get here early and bedazzle everyone up.
All right, so Jason has brought us
I know.
what looks like a little bit of heaven
quite
to
a
me.
spread.
But it is samples of different beers that they've got on tap here at Village Idiot Pub in, again, historic Cocoa Village. And
Nice.
these like the ones you have more commonly on tap? Or are they
A couple
specials?
of these are. A couple of these are just a couple of IPAs we have on. I just wanted you to see the different
Sure.
taste of the IPAs. A couple of these are local. Actually, most of these are local except for one. No, except for two, sorry.
Okay.
But some different styles here. So
All right, well, what are we doing first?
the first is Schaffenhofer. This is a neat little Hefeweizen. It's called a Radler, which back in the day the guys were riding their bikes around and they wanted something they could ride their bikes all around and still be able to drink. So they came up with the Rattler, which is, half and half. It's like half a
Nice.
soda and half.
It's good. It tastes like
half a
orange.
Weizen.
Tastes like orange soda.
It
One of our
does.
most popular beers here.
That does taste very, is it carbonated? You said half soda? That's good.
A little
Very
citrusy.
sun-kissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Popular.
that.
So if you're on a hot day, imagine having that at the beach.
That's good.
Definitely. That's a great beach
The
beer.
best thing is it's only 2.5%.
Got to drink a lot
that
of
way
it.
you
Drink a lot
can
of that
drink more.
all day. Yeah.
That's an all-day beer.
What was that one called again?
That was Schaffenhofer. Called the
Schaffenhofer.
Radler.
Okay.
Radler.
Schaffenhofer.
Schaffen
A Radler.
It's Austrian.
I like one of the other Hefeweizens I like tack is called Franzenskanner. The only reason I remember it is because it sounds like Frankenstein to me. Franzenskanner, Frankenstein,
Gotcha.
see how it works?
Gotcha. Heizensgruppen. That's not a good one.
Heisenberg. Wait, that's a show.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing.
We got Rod
All
Kernan.
right, what do we
in the
got here?
house.
This looks like Bud Light.
No, this is
There's,
this
there's
is from
Rod and Shar back there, by the way.
And Todd.
And Todd? Oh, there's Todd.
So this is from Play Linda, Titusville, one of our
Play Linda
local
Brewery.
breweries. And this is an IPA-ish, is what they say. A little fruit in here, a little hops. But see, the point I'm trying to make is that you said you don't like IPAs very much. But they're
Usually not, yeah.
See, this is very different, right? I mean,
You taste the hoppiness,
I
that's
taste
for sure.
the hops. Woo!
Is that the bitterness? Is that what the
Yeah,
hops
that's
is?
what hops
Okay.
taste on the back end. They've infused some fruit in there that makes it a little more.
That's not as harsh as a normal IPA. For example, Lagunitas makes an IPA that's really popular in the groups of podcasters that we all know because Lagunitas is a big sponsor of podcasts. For whatever reason, they like sponsor
It's worked for
podcasts.
them too. It's really spread the word about it.
They do well. That one tastes not as harsh as like a Lagunitas IPA, the standard Lagunitas IPA that you can find, but I like it. That's good. See, that one is an IPA I could drink all night. That's not bad.
Cool. So
I like
the next IPA we're going to try.
The back row over here?
Back is from Tomoka out of Port Orange, and this is a white IPA, still a lighter, almost session type IPA. Which, when you hear that, it means lower alcohol level. Some of the IPAs you got to watch out for. They'll go into
Smells fruity.
Imperial, that's like 10%. Doubles around
Lower
7, 8.
octane?
So yeah, that's what that means when I'm telling you that.
Yeah, it smells good.
Andrew, you're not gonna like that.
Our listeners are all going,
Now you're getting some real hops there. That's some real IPA.
Well, that's really bitter, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that beer face?
And that's a lighter one.
yeah, you definitely can taste the hops in those.
Strong. All right, I'll shoot it.
That's a great local brewery too.
If I can do
Well,
it, you
who's-
have to do it.
Who's the brewery for this one? Tomoka?
Port Orange.
Port Orange. All right. I like
Cool.
I like that one. That's very good for IPAs. Again, it's good, but I like. I think I like Play Linda's a little bit better.
Pleasure Chest. That's good.
Cool.
This
That's
next
good.
one's an interesting one. It's called Sweet Potato Casserole. It's from Funky Buddha.
Sweet potato casserole?
Oakland Park, which is down by Miami. Funky Buddha is a great brewery. They're the ones I was telling you about that had the maple bacon.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
This is sweet potato casserole.
Wow,
I
you
can
can
smell it. Yeah. Wow.
Get the aroma of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting. Very cinnamon.
This is what our friend Kim's drinking outside
It
right
is.
now.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Holy crap, that's good. That's a
I thought
homemade
she was
flavor.
talking about dinner. I didn't realize.
Yeah,
They
that's
make some-
good.
They make some interesting beers. There's a Pineapple Beach we have up there right now that's pretty good. It's a lighter and has some pineapple to it. But that maple bacon one, if you ever get a chance to try it.
That has a hell of an aftertaste to it.
Very cinnamon-y.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah, it's good.
say I can't exactly
I like
nail
it.
the flavor, but that's
Cinnamon.
good.
Another interesting thing about Funky Buddha beers, if you find a bottle, there's a penis on every bottle. You just
What?
It's like the hidden Mickeys at
It is-
Disney.
It's Easter. There's a penis on every single bottle. You just got to find it. It's-
I hit a Easter egg on the episode of the Twisted 10 that we just released, and Tack eventually found it. But he did an episode, the same one that's really popular. You were on actually, Jason. It's the one where he did the Disney deaths. And our
Still
episode,
recovering from that. That was,
Tack redesigned our logo. So instead of saying the Twisted 10 with Tack and Adam, it says the Twisted 10, and on the bottom it's got a top 10 list podcast, and it's got all of our names. There's 4 of us now. So we redesigned the logo. Well, Mickey was crying. Hopefully we won't get sued for copyright infringement, but Mickey was crying holding the old Twisted 10 logo with the new Twisted 10 logo in the back. He found it, though. Tack saw it. Cool.
That was a
last
hard
one,
one to
we've got,
spot.
this is from J-Dubs out of Ohio.
This one
is
looks
a
scary.
milk porter. So now you're going to go into a dark beer. And this one's a...
This is what I'm talking about right
This
here.
looks
Okay.
smells like coffee.
Has coffee notes in there.
Does it? I didn't realize that beer could be, drinking wine, you have all these different things that you taste and everything, and I realized there was so much.
It reminds me a lot of wine,
beer.
the beer where beer's at right now, because there's all, the beer snob. Oh, it tastes notes of coconut and there's all kinds of stuff.
It's interesting. Needs a little cream and sugar, but yeah.
That's also on nitro. So
It
the
definitely
nitro gas
needs
changes it. Nitro gas changes the beer, makes it a little creamier, a little bit lighter.
It tastes like
Oh,
a
wow.
really, really dark chocolate. Like
Yeah,
super
yeah.
dark chocolate.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's pretty
Exactly
good.
what it tastes like.
And so you were right when you said, I told you I didn't like dark beer, and you're like, whoa, not just yet. That's actually pretty good.
People think that's Guinness. They think that, it's going to taste like
It
no.
looks like
Yeah.
Guinness.
I
Don't
assume
judge it
dark
anymore
means
by
bitter is what I assume. But yeah.
So
I
many
have
different flavors.
I have had enough Irish car bombs in my life to grow an appreciation for Guinness, even if I didn't like Guinness,
It's about that
the
time
flavor.
of year again, too.
Yeah, it is.
So can you add coffee cream to that beer?
I mean, I guess you probably could. So how does
Some
it?
hazelnut?
There are some beers that even come with a little nitro cap. When you twist off the top, it falls into the beer to infuse the nitrogen into
Right, you
the
gotta
beer.
pour that. As you pour that, you got to pour it straight up and down to get the.
Really?
Right. If you don't do that, it kind of messes up the gases in it and everything. It really does.
No
It'll
kidding.
Change it up.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome. Those were very, very good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Orange was
sampling
my
of what we have.
favorite. I liked the orange. First one.
I think
Yeah.
I like the sweet potato.
The Rattler.
I like.
Radler.
I think I like the sweet
Radler.
potato the best. Yeah, so listeners, if you're listening, you get 10% off your tab just by mentioning Living Podcariously or the Twisted 10 up here. In the background, you're going to hear some games and stuff like that as people are playing. The giant Jenga falling over,
Giant
Connect 4, all
Jenga.
that fun stuff. So
And we decided we were going to yell Jenga every
If
time
every
one
time-
we're
fell.
going to yell Jenga? Okay. So every time
Yeah.
somebody knocks one over.
So if someone falls or the game falls, we'll yell Jenga.
We'll get a few more of these samplers up here, and I'll fall.
Yeah, Jason, we appreciate you letting us come up here tonight, too. This is a fun little outing for our podcast.
Well, thanks for bringing.
It's like a field
some of
trip.
your fans over here too. That's great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we'll end up with a few more. About a dozen or so said they were going to come up on the Facebook page, so we got about 5 or 6 up here now. So, yeah, hopefully
Nice.
vice versa. It'll grow some exposure up here a little bit with some of your guys folks. Say, hey, what the hell's going on up there? That's great. All right, so let's take another break in studio, and then we'll come back. Well, not in studio. Let's take another break at the bar, at Village Idiot, and then we'll come back and do another segment with a few other things. All right, cool. We'll be right back.
Would have bet my life on it. I would have taken all this time. That you were the one for me, baby.
Hey, it's Adam. If you enjoyed the content or the cast of Living Podcariously, be sure to check out the other show we produce. It's called The Twisted 10. Each week, a host or a guest host takes over the show and brings their own unique and original top 10 list to the show. Here's a few examples. Top 10 crazy religious practices. Top 10 sexual fetishes. Twisted Guinness World Records. Top 10 possible human extinction events. And my personal favorite, top 10 best or worst infomercial products. As you can see, the content is all over the place for the show. However, it is a lot of fun to produce, and we hope you like it. As always, thanks for listening.
And we are back, and we are still here on location at the Village Idiot Pub
Aw,
in
yeah.
historic Cocoa Village.
I like it, but we're getting a lot of weird looks.
It's because they're wondering why
getting
we have to
packed.
talk to each other on microphones.
That's the only way to
The
hear it
old
here.
people who can't hear.
What? What did you say?
Yeah, I wonder if any other local podcasters would be here tonight, or at least come out.
These
You
people
know,
probably
gotta-
have no idea why we're taking up the good table.
We do
a
have the
point.
good table.
Yeah, we kind of do. I've been making a lot of local friends. I've been making a lot of friends with local podcasts in
Aw,
Central
good for
Florida.
you.
A couple of them right here in Merritt Island and Cocoa and Melbourne.
I know. I
and-
want to look these guys up, but there's no way to search.
I know, right? We should come up with some kind of search directory for
Yeah.
podcasts. International. Hey,
Regional search.
International Podcast Directory, IPD.
International Podcast Directory Database.
IPDD. Are you down with you and me? Wait, how does it go? You down with OPP?
You done with OPP?
No, so I've been doing a lot with those. There's a strong online community, like on Facebook and some of the social media sites.
Right.
Podcast Mafia is a group that Living Podcariously and Twisted 10 are both a member of. And so we get a few listeners out of them, but we really have been kind of collaborating ideas and things like that. Kind of like Podcast Discovery Center does for us, but all local.
Right.
These are all local
Nice.
guys here in Central Florida.
You could actually start your own group that could be OPP.
Right?
Other people's podcasts.
Oh, you down with OPP?
Or podcasting people, odd podcasting people, online podcasting people.
I like it.
All right. Why don't you head that up?
Okay.
Yeah.
See ya.
There's a guy I just met. His name's Jason. He's with a show called Burn It Down Show. The Burn It Down Show. Really cool show. It's kind of like us sitting around drinking beers, and they do a few other libations during their episodes that we don't do. We don't endorse anything like that, but that's okay. But he's got some fucking amazing music skills. This guy puts together some absolutely amazing music.
Oh,
so
yeah?
he raps. Number one, he raps, but he also does other types of music as well. I'm willing to feature anything on our show. So I kind of hit him up and said, hey, man, if you ever want to come guest on the show, bring us some of your music. We'll feature it. We'll get your name out there, your Spotify, your iHeart channel, all that shit. Let us know. So he might come on the show in a few weeks.
I hate to steal his thunder, but that's what I was doing all day today.
Really?
I was writing and recording a new song. So.
No shit.
Yeah.
Are you going to feature it on Living Podcariously?
It's, if you guys want. I never thought about that, but
why not?
I don't know. I just hadn't thought about it. So I mean, we could, if you want. Right now, the song is pretty much done. I got to do some more mixing. I just don't have vocals yet. It's just all music right now.
I gotcha. A few of the other folks that I met on that, just so you know, are the Scotch and Good Conversation show.
Oh, yeah?
Scotch and Good Conversation. That's my kind of show. He's a cool guy. He does really cool interviews. He just interviewed Samantha Har with Tom and Dan out of Orlando. He just did an interview with her. It was pretty cool.
Did you see the latest episode of Family Guy?
No, I don't watch Family Guy religiously.
Oh, they should. They do a podcast, and it's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, it's so funny.
See, they make a lot of fun of podcasts on a lot of these things that we watch. What was the one show that they had a guy that was a podcaster on? Do you remember what I'm talking about? We watched it not too long ago. It was like, like the Fantasy Football League thing. And they had like a podcast. Oh, whatever. I'll have to look it up and find it. I don't know what I'm talking about. A few of the other folks I want to give a shout out to real quick is Rocky with What's the Fuss? It's WTF. Kind of like Mark Maron, a little bit of there, but it's called What's the Fuss? It's a good group of guys. It's kind of like sitting back with your boys having a drink. So similar to us, but it's an all-guys cast.
That's cool. It's kind of like the Beers Up podcast.
Very similar to Beers Up, yeah.
Yeah.
Samantha Har, she started her own show called Semantics. Get it?
Oh, that's cool.
Samantha.
Yeah, Samantha.
Jonathan.
Mona.
Tom and Dan, obviously out of Orlando. They're part of this group. Obviously, our boy Ray Burrito with Gallows Humor Podcast. Still, there's a few more that I haven't listened to yet. There's a show called The Sorby Jones Show. I know Sorby Jones just because he does a lot of cool stuff with Tom and Dan.
Yeah.
The Oh No Radio Show, which is really funny. Something called Waxing Lyrical. Southern Draw Podcast, whatever. That's just to name a couple of them. They're all members of that podcast mafia. And
cool.
It's a good thing to get involved with. I would like to see if some of those guys want to possibly come over here and do an event with us over here or what have you.
Definitely. We got a network, man.
Yeah.
Got to help each other out. We're a family. Can I just bring something up real quickly?
Yeah.
I just had a question about something. Do you mind? Andrea?
No, do it.
Okay, she's nodding. Perfect.
Yes. Go right ahead.
Oh, thank you. So, last week you guys mentioned something about watching Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, has that happened? What's going on?
Nope.
What?
No? All right.
Wait.
Next
it did.
topic.
What are you doing?
Oh, it did. Okay, good.
I think Andrew. So I think the way. All right. So I put a post out there asking for people's input to give us an idea of how I should.
Look how excited he is.
Oh, I'm so excited. You have no idea. Look, we're not like a movie style podcast. However, I got a straight up boner talking about. Andrea said she was going to watch all 7 episodes of Star Wars.
Right.
All right. So I'm like, oh hell yes, I'll do whatever the hell she wants. So I put a post out there asking the community and our friends. All right. Andrea said yes. What order do I let her watch these shows in?
Which is an excellent question.
Yeah.
And this
Which is
like,
not how I would want you to put online. Andrea said yes.
But the order you should have watched it in is starting with 4, 5, 6.
Which were the originals.
The original trilogy.
1977.
Right. And then 1, 2, 3.
Which were the newer ones, but they're the prequels.
And then end with 7 because you want to end on a high note.
And then end
and plus
with
it gets
7.
you ready for 8.
That's what a lot of the community said that. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7. That was the order that a lot of
and also, I mean, Rogue One will be coming out soon, available for streaming and all that kind of shit. Or
He
download.
gave me a choice.
But Rogue One is technically episode 3.5, so you'd have to slip that in there
Right.
somewhere.
So one of the reasons that I read for this, and this is important to me for her to be able to be entertained, because I care about her, not what geek community XYZ thinks. I care about what Andrea thinks about this. So here's what I did for her.
But this is the recommended order for people who've never seen Star Wars.
Well, you're right. However, do some of these people that have never seen Star Wars know this? And this is an important question. It's a spoiler question. The question I asked Andrea is, do you know who the Muffin Man is? No. Do you know who Darth Vader is in regards to Luke? And she already knew it. So there was no spoiler effect there. So showing her episode 1, Phantom Menace, and then leading straight through the series is a better approach for her. The reason why is because it's a streamlined story. It's not a broken story with prequel. Yes, it starts out a little bit more boring because episode 1, let's face it, is not as entertaining as anything
I
else.
liked
1, 2, 3 is
way better than
boring.
2.
Well, why don't we do this? Do you want to give us your little mini review of?
Well, first of all, as far as the spoiler of Darth Vader being the father, which, spoiler alert, nobody's surprised by that unless you're in your 50s.
There is no Darth Vader yet. What are y'all talking about? There is only an Anakin.
Right.
So
He
stop.
knows
And I don't even know
Anakin.
that
So
he's
you
Darth
guys started
Vader.
with 1, 2...
We literally went in order
That's
of
way
the book release.
original author who wrote the entire story.
His name is George
who
Lucas.
Came up with
Wait,
it.
George Lucas? Did George Lucas write the novels? No.
There's no novels. The novels you're talking about canon books.
Wait a minute.
You're talking about canon.
Okay, this
Are
sounds
you-
like a nerd review.
this is a little bit of a nerd off.
Not off our podcast.
Are you telling me that there is no original novels that these movies were based off of?
There's not. There are Star Wars books out there that are novels, sure.
Based off the movies.
Those are canon. Those are basically fan fiction written by several
off.
other people that George Lucas agrees to let them put the Star Wars name on it. Now, if you're talking about a novel written from the movie, sure.
I'm talking before, like, what made George Lucas want to write or want to direct these movies?
He didn't
Where
direct
did he
these
get
movies. I'm a nerd. I'm telling you, you're not going to give me.
You're
He
right,
directed
yeah.
the first movie, and that's it. He didn't direct any more after that.
Oh, really, Tack? According to Wikipedia, would you mind telling me who is Alan Dean Foster?
No idea.
He's the author of the Star Wars trilogy books.
Alan Dean Foster was the writer,
Of what?
originally published November 12th, 1976, by Ballantine Books, Ballantine, Ballantine
Yeah, it's
Books,
probably the book versions of the movie.
called Star Wars from the Adventures of Luke Skywalker.
Wasn't
that
the
was
first Star Wars in 79?
No.
77.
So this book is 76.
Oh,
I don't know.
oh.
Trust me, George Lucas, this is his shit. It's
I-
from his brain. He wrote all of this.
There's a ton of nerds out there that are going crazy. But anyway, all right,
Yeah.
we're digressing. In this situation, though, I wanted to give Andrea the full story from its origination with Anakin all the way through, and no spoilers, all the way through the end of the story that we're at now.
I would rather know the characters first and see how they develop through time and follow them in the right order.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, the first 3 are just so boring. Ugh. There's
She
no
didn't think so.
interesting characters. There's no
What?
nothing.
She likes Jar Jar Binks.
There's no interesting
No, there's
characters.
not.
I'm already going to name my twins Anna and Ken.
Well, like, for instance, they did a study, okay? Went out there and on this documentary, they were trying to explain the differences between the original trilogy versus the prequels. And what they did was they went up to strangers in around the city or whatever, and like, okay, you watch Star Wars? They're like, yeah. Like, okay, just using one word, describe Han Solo. So people were saying things
I don't know
like,
who that is yet.
all right. People were saying things like
Spoiling.
scoundrel
Spoiling.
or
Spoiling.
smuggler.
It's all right.
Or-
You won't remember that when we get to meet Han Solo.
Yes,
You're
I
okay.
will. I remember
Or,
everything.
Whatever. They had all
Pirate.
these names. Pirate, gunslinger. People
Can't
were saying,
watch it now.
okay, name like...
Nice try.
Can't watch it now.
A name like
Spoiled.
describe Luke Skywalker or Princess Leia, and just using one. And they had all these things. They're like, okay, now describe Princess Amidala.
She is fantastic.
And then
I
everybody
love
was
her.
just like, she's a queen. Like, and that's it. There's no description of these
She's a
characters.
senator.
There's no character development
She's
at
more
all.
of a senator than a queen.
Why don't we do this? Why don't, at the end of us watching this, why don't we have Andrea give us a summary of the story as she sees it. Do you remember, like on Taint Funny, do you remember when Jimmy's daughter did her movie summary?
Yeah.
I think it'd be very cool to do something very similar where we set Andrea alone in a room, let her record her summary of Star Wars to give us her take on it.
Okay.
I mean,
So
Andrea,
far, that queen's cooler than Leia.
to every guy that's out there
Wow.
that's
I
listening,
haven't met her yet.
Okay.
to every guy that's listening to this
Okay.
podcast, they may have a girlfriend or a wife or something. Andrea is your quintessential girl's girl. She is, I mean, she is as feminine as they
Wouldn't
come.
that be Princess Leia's mother-in-law?
Oh, maybe.
What?
Wait, what? Mother-in-law?
My
she get with
mother-in-law.
I don't know. who
You'll
she
you'll
gets
find
with.
that out in the next
You'll
two
find
movies.
out in episode
Yeah.
3.
You'll see. You'll see what happens. We're not spoiling that part. That's like the best part.
Yeah, I'm down with that. That
I
sounds
like
good.
the Greyhounds the best so far.
She calls the Greyhounds, they look like Greyhound dogs, the clone, or not the clone, but the droid army, because they have these long fucking heads. And she goes, oh, those
Yeah.
look like Greyhound dogs.
Yeah.
They're adorable.
Adorable.
You know, so I have a real nerd question real quick.
Yeah.
The clones, which became the stormtroopers
Right.
in episode number 2,
Oh, that one dude
How
who
did-
died, who's now
Yep.
his little kid, is
Jado
going to be
Fett.
all mad
Jado
now.
Fett?
Jango Fett.
Jango Fett.
His
who
kid
died.
was holding his head, so
Which
now
is
he's
Boba
going to
Fett.
come up and do
His
something
kid
bad.
is Boba Fett, which you'll find later. You'll meet
I already
Boba
know
Fett
he's
later.
This
gonna
guy
turn
right
into
here.
bad.
It's who you have a tattoo of?
It's Boba Fett.
Oh, look at that.
That's not how he looks like. He looks like AC Slater.
that. AC
He
Slater.
does kind of look like Izzy Slater. You're right.
He's got pleated pants and everything on his suit.
How do, maybe save this
Would
for
if
later.
you wore a suit.
How do because the stormtroopers, as we meet them in episode number 2,
The
Yep.
AC Slaters.
are working for the Jedis. How do they then switch sides?
Wait, should I be hearing this?
You're talking
Yeah,
about
I guess not.
politics and
We'll
shit?
wait on that. Yeah, we'll wait on that till later. All right, so anyway, look for in a future episode Andrea's review of the entire 7-movie Star Wars saga.
8.
With the AC Slater
Well,
troopers.
8's not out yet, but
Well, not 8. I meant like Rogue One's 3.5. So
yeah, all right. So 7 plus Rogue One. So,
So are
look
the
for that.
Greyhounds and the AC Slater troopers going to get together and like do a battle?
I don't. We can't tell you that,
Oh, okay.
or we'd have to kill you. All right, so on a more party topic.
yeah.
Here in the village, in what, Andrea, 1 week? Mardi Gras. When does Mardi Gras happen?
The 18th.
Next weekend?
Saturday.
So next weekend, Tack, Mardi Gras is happening right here in Cocoa Village.
No, honey. It's my birthday.
It's his birthday
They
celebration.
do this every year. They have Mardi Gras in the village for my birthday.
February 20th in the village, Mardi Gras is happening.
18th.
God damn it.
Last year was the 20th.
The 18th.
So not this weekend, but next weekend.
No, this weekend.
Well, I just said
This weekend, February the 18th, in
There it is.
Cocoa Village, will be Mardi Gras. They are going to be featuring Eddie Money on stage. There is also going to be a parade with lots of beads and fun. All the local businesses and
What was,
bars will be in on this.
What was Eddie Money's big hit again? I'm
I
trying to
am
remember.
so glad you asked that question because I just so happened to have pulled up his top 10 number 1 hits.
Yeah. And, he's got some good ones. I know that.
I would play them, but considering we're at a bar,
Yeah,
it's
it's
going to
not
be
gonna
mixed
matter.
audio. So
We'll
I'll just
sing it. We'll sing it. What do you got?
You want to sing it? All right, hang on. Eddie, so this is a mini top 10 list. You ready?
Yeah.
Eddie Money's top 10 song, like hits of all time. Want to be a rock and roll star?
I don't know.
No.
No clue. Eddie Money, get a move on?
I'm not sure.
This
Not
is
sure.
not like last year when we had Blues Travelers.
Eddie
Right.
Money, I want to go back.
What?
We may know these,
Eddie
just not
Money.
know by name.
Save a little room in your heart for me.
No.
All right, these you're going to start to know. Eddie Money, think I'm in love.
I think I'm in love. No, that's
No, not
Leave Her
that.
Alone now.
No. Eddie Money, one chance. All right, this one, I know you know, Tack.
Okay.
Eddie Money, 2 tickets to paradise.
You didn't think I knew it?
Tickets to
I know you know it.
paradise.
You said I know Tack knows it. I'm here too.
And then last, Eddie Money. Oh no, there's 2 more. Eddie Money, Shaken.
No.
SHAKIN apostrophe, Shaken.
All right.
And then Eddie Money, Baby Hold On.
So we know one.
You know
We
one.
may
Eddie
know
Money's
more
on.
than that, but just not recognized by name. So
That's very
So
true.
more importantly, come out for the beads and the boobs. Do
And my
they-
birthday.
And Andrea's birthday. Do they flash at Mardi Gras in Cocoa Village? Do you get to see boobs and?
If you come find me on my birthday and you tell me you listen to our podcast, I'll buy you a drink. So it'll be my birthday.
I thought she was going to say, "I'll show you my boobs."
that's what I thought she was going with that too.
If you find me late enough at night, I will probably show you my boobs.
Sweet. That's awesome. I was trying to.
tickets to paradise.
You got. I don't know how it goes.
Tickets to paradise.
There you go. There you go.
Next.
I think we should just come hang out at the Village Idiot for Mardi Gras. Just let the parade go in front of us here.
It's my birthday. I have places to be and people to entertain.
Oh, all right. All right. So, hey, by the way, joining us in the crowd, Stephanie and Dan were here. We had our friend Kim Kennedy and her boyfriend just showed up a little while ago. And then a good friend of the podcast, Rod, and his wife, Shar, are here. So, yeah, we got a nice little group that actually came out to participate and drink some beers with us. So we appreciate that. All right, Tack.
Yeah.
Finger's going to fall off.
What do you do when you are home by yourself and
Whoa,
there's no
whoa.
girls around?
Whoa.
Come on, let's get on. We've been friends for now well over a year, so let's
I've known you longer than that.
break it down. Well, we've known each other for longer than that, but we became friends a little over a year ago. So, all right, get masturbation out of the way. That's a known.
Oh, okay,
Everyone
okay.
knows guys do that as masturbation. But what else do you do? So get the sexual thing out of the way first. So what?
All kinds of stuff from like watching
sing?
TV.
Like to yourself?
I do karaoke stuff.
You sing to yourself? All
I
right.
write and record music. I work on other projects. I do like film stuff. I don't know where we're going with this.
All right, I've discovered 13 weird things that guys do
Yeah.
when women aren't around.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
13 things guys do when women aren't around.
So this is written from like a guy's perspective, so I'm going to read it. The weirds aren't for me. I'm a girl. Jenga!
No, that's not Jenga. That's Connect Four.
Oh.
Connect Four.
Connect Four.
Connect Four.
So, yeah, it's a huge Connect Four game.
Yeah, it's
fun.
pretty cool. They got Giant Jenga here and Giant Connect Four. It's pretty neat.
So, okay. So when I read it, it's going to be like not many of us, but meaning guys, not
Okay.
us and girls.
Gotcha.
So, number one, we unleash our inner geeks when alone. While not many of us study traditional martial arts, we all practice gunfighting, kung fu, or lightsaber when we get a free moment.
And
Yeah,
it's-
even that guy with the chiseled abs and the Harvard MBA does this.
I also practice ballet in the kitchen. So
When I was a little bit younger, I certainly would take plastic swords and pretend I was having battles in my room or in the garage or something like that.
by younger, he means 34.
That was before I knew him, so I'll go with that.
Yeah, I get exhausted when I chase Ollie with a stuffed animal now, so I don't do a whole lot of that. I'd say that's true though. I'd say most
Yeah,
guys
I
would
agree
do
with
that.
that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, number two, we send our other dudes pictures of our poop.
I
We've
do
been
not.
churning that dung for upwards of a day, and we want to see what became of it, and if we need to consult a doctor. Some men take photos and send it to their friends. Frankly, this would be 90% of the content if there was a males-only Instagram. Women may not do this Women may do this if they actually pooped.
Some people post food. Other people post food.
I don't think
I've never
shit,
done
yeah.
that, but I've gotten them plenty of times. So yeah.
Oh, really?
And have you
Oh, yeah.
ever talked about like?
That's not a
something
topic
interesting?
I really like to talk about. I think it's kind of gross and private, but that's just me.
I mean, well, it
It
I'm not
depends.
makes
offended by it.
If Tack made me this like giant steak dinner or something, or whatever, where we go to his house and we have this giant meal, and I come home and I make a little mountain in the toilet, I might be proud of that and fuck with him and send him a picture of it. But I don't do that already.
All right, number
Not
three.
yet.
So false on number 2.
So guys think about cheating all the time. Men
about
talk
cheating?
about boning a decent amount. Outside of fantasy football, it's evidently the most interesting thing out there. And even the good guys who would never ever cheat talk about cheating. Frankly, the verbal masturbation may prevent infidelity, as dudes who cheat suspect their square friends of telling their wives and girlfriends everything.
Think about cheating.
No.
I don't understand what that means.
We need a little bit more clarification to Andrea to what you think cheating means here. Watching porn and fantasizing about being in a porn is not thinking about cheating.
I think
Yeah.
I think they misdone that. I think it should say we talk about cheating, because it says men talk about boning a decent amount.
Well, maybe as a joke, like, hey, Tack, see that chick? Yeah, she'd be fun, huh?
Yeah,
I think
it's
that's
something
what it's going
that.
at.
That's not saying, hey, I'm thinking about taking that girl home tonight.
Yeah.
I know I have a girlfriend. That's talking about cheating. That doesn't happen. No.
So
We
maybe,
talk about like stupid fantasy crap or something?
Maybe to a fantasy level, yes, but not to an actual talking about cheating. Oh, would it be so much fun to have sex with another girl and cheat on my girl? No. It'd be fun to fantasize.
Let's talk about it.
That'd be
Adam,
fun.
what do you think about that girl over there?
That would be fun to bang. I'm just saying.
Hey, let's do it. We can probably do it. Yeah. No.
You want to? Wait, did it get real here? What happened?
Yeah,
Should I close my eyes? All right, number 4. We talk a big game. Every dude thinks that if it came down to it, he'd be able to beat the brakes off a guy his size or smaller, unless he's presented with a compelling reason why not. Luckily, most of us find the prospect of getting punched to be fairly unappealing to test this theory.
I think that's silly.
That's really dependent on the guy. If the guy needs, there's a very stereotypical guy that does need to do that kind of stuff, but for the most part, no.
No.
I don't ever say, see that guy over there? I could beat his fucking ass.
No, you know what? Let me take that back.
What you talking about? Like that?
Some of my friends, when I was a little bit younger, I would be the guy that would go in a strip club and get pissed that the guy sitting up at the front of the table was not tipping the girls on stage.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, hey, you got my back? You got my back if I fight this guy? Yes, when I was like 24, 22, whatever.
Who's this guy right here? Look at this guy.
I don't know.
He looks like an interesting character. Describe him for us, Andrea.
Are you gonna say you want to bang him?
He looks like a guy who could pull out balloons and make animals for you.
He does look like a balloon guy. Yeah.
He's got like... There's another guy coming over here. Who's this guy?
What?
Hey, what's up, sir?
Can we give him a mic? Okay, we got like... Are these homeless guys, Andrea? Who are these?
Not with those glasses.
Please describe this guy over here with the red scarf.
Red scarf, tie that has like buildings on it of different colors, gold bracelet, gold watch, gold ring, 2 gold
red
rings.
Glasses?
Red
which
glasses.
I don't even
hair,
think there's
like,
lenses in them.
What's his name on Back to the Future? The doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Doc.
Oh, Marty. Yeah, Doc Brown.
Yep, Doc Brown hair. Actually, between the two of them, they've got it down.
I don't think there's lenses in those glasses.
There
Andrea.
are no lenses whatsoever in those glasses, Tack.
They're straight up pageantry glasses.
But I think we need some hand sanitizer for Adam right now.
Yeah.
And I think he has some kind of secret power in this ring because he keeps twisting it up and down.
Yeah. And Adam can hear us right now in one ear.
Yes,
so.
he can. So I think he switched fingers on it. Oh, crap.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I know those rings. My daughter got those 50 cents. Walmart. It was a more expensive one. Instead of a quarter, it was 50 cents to get those. But it's worth it for the shiny jewel on it.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think it may have some power in that ring. Look at it.
And I have to tell you, he is a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
That's what its jacket claims.
It is on his jacket.
Are you serious? Hang on a minute. We might have the lead singer from Pink Floyd walking up to us
What?
here.
Lead singer to Pink Floyd?
All right, let's look you up. Not that I'm doubting your credentials, but
Give him a mic,
this
man.
is Coco.
Let's take back all he said.
Wow, Jesus Christ. I would have 1,000 questions to ask you.
Let's take back everything we said, Tack.
I don't know.
I believe him.
Okay, let's not jump
Let's
the gun
interview
here,
him.
please.
Roger Waters.
It would be an interesting interview. He's got the gold
I gotta
story.
deviate, except-
Roger Waters?
Interview him. That's him.
Did you? What was your
English?
favorite one to
He
write?
said he's the lead singer from Pink Floyd, so they're looking it
Sedated?
up. They're having fun looking it up, though.
The first time you said this. Are you recording?
This is not the first time he said this. I just heard from Jason.
Please tell me you're recording.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
This is all recorded.
Give him a mic, man.
Yeah, have a
Adam.
seat. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Give him a mic. Get your ears on, Adam.
Yeah, hang on.
All right, we'll interrupt this last for celebrity walk-in.
All right.
All right. So, joining us here for our recording of Living Podcariously is self-proclaimed lead guitarist for Pink Floyd, right?
Well, I wrote the songs too.
You wrote them all? Let me fix this so it
Yeah.
gets right into there. There
Of
we
course,
go.
Sid Barrett is our leader, but he's a vegetable now after 500 hits of acid.
Oh, jeez.
You know what Sid Barrett is?
Yeah? Well, no, I don't know. So I don't know very many of the names. I love Pink Floyd, don't get me wrong, but I don't
Okay.
know. I'm a Beatles fan through and through.
Me
And I
too.
know a lot of the
They're
details of the
number
Beatles.
one. We're
Yeah.
number two.
Well, Pink Floyd's it's just a different type of music, man. It's
We tried to make you think, but
come on, I tried to pull up the Wikipedia on there. All right, well let's just wing it.
okay.
So,
I can wing it like nobody.
lead guitarist with Pink Floyd. If we had a guitar out here, would you want to jam with us? We don't have one.
I would like to,
Really?
but it's against my contract because they think I'm taking money on the side. It's very strange.
Gotcha. Who are you guys contracted through still?
We are disbanded. I'm forming a new band called Yellow Lead.
Yellow Lead?
Yeah, yellow is a color, and we had pink. Prince had purple until he died, and we liked it. And Yellow Lead is you write every song with a yellow lead pencil.
Yeah.
There's no other colors.
Well, I guess that's a good point.
And Lead is like Led Zeppelin, so I figured I'd follow them.
So I've seen Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Beatles, all of the local college we've got here, Florida East Coast College, has the laser shows.
Right.
And I absolutely love going up there and watching those because I love the music, number one, but I also enjoy the laser shows up there.
Well, I try to go over there and see them, but I show up at the wrong time. I just show up.
Yeah.
And I seem to miss time every time.
Well, cool. Yeah. So when is Yellow Lead supposed to come out? When are you guys going to be producing?
Next month. It's neat. Our drummer is in kilts, and there's two other of us, and there's me, and we're going to try to do it again. Now,
That sounds awesome.
I was the manager of Stone Temple Pilots, but
Nice.
Scott Whelan managed to kill himself over heroin after 20 years.
Though he lasted a lot longer than a lot of people would have thought.
Oh, I know, but
he had the right dosage levels down until there at the very end.
What was odd is he would party and be let's say a cheating man for 9 months out of the year. Then he'd go home for 3 months when we were off and become completely straight, and we knew he was safe. He went home, found an old batch of heroin, shot it up, and died.
That's what got him?
That's what got him. And I found out on the national news that he was dead. They didn't even call me and tell me he was gone.
Yeah, news like that runs pretty quick, though. That kind of stuff gets out a lot faster than media loves to put that kind of stuff out there. But
quickly.
I would have loved to have met Scott Whelan. He's one of my personal heroes. That was my kind of jam back in '90s, early to mid late '90s.
I know.
So you're the lead, or you were the lead guitarist for Led Zeppelin or for Pink Floyd back in the day.
Right.
Do you have any stories that you might not have shared before with some of the interviews in the past that you've done?
Can I use a nasty word?
Yeah, we're an explicit podcast, so you're allowed to say absolutely anything you want.
Well, I was with George Harrison at a California, Tata party, and everybody's there, Scorsese, and we were all there. But the rock and rollers were the kings of the party at the time. And George says, I know you get more pussy than Frank Sinatra, but you're too slow. And Christina Applegate was over there from All in the Family. And he said, now let me show you how to get some twat. And so he went over to her, and her parents were there, and the whole cast was there. And he said to her, and he said to me, he said, let me show you how to get it quickly. He said, how would you like to tell your friends that you had your pussy eaten by a beetle? And she said, I'd like to tell them. And she went with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I never do use that line, but when he said that, I felt like I was running into a glass wall, boom, like a bird.
Well, in the game of pickup, they say the more outlandish thing you're going to say is going to get the more attention. So that might have worked.
He was the dirty Beatle. Paul believed in love. John believed in world peace.
Transcendentalism. And,
right,
yeah.
and Ringo, who was the best drummer in the world, believed in hanging out.
No shit.
And he was such a great drummer, and he still is. And George was a dirty damn dog. So that's the Beatles to me.
So what are you doing in Cocoa Village,
I've
Florida?
lived here for 13 years incognito.
Really?
Absolutely. I lived in Merritt Island. Now I have a home here in Cocoa, and I know Alex Greenwood, who's a good friend of mine, who was the deputy mayor, and he turned me on to this place, and I like it because it's casual. I used to live in South Beach with the Stone Temple Pilots. That was their sort of main hangout. And it was funny, we were at the Beacon Hotel. That's where we lived, in the apartments above the bar. And they let us smoke pot at the bar. It was wild.
Nice.
And my neighbors, this is what the weird thing was Oko Ono was one neighbor. And Sean Lennon lived with her.
Your buddy's hollering at you.
What? Okay. Listen, we got to go.
All right, brother.
And listen, when are you doing your next podcast?
We'll be recording another one up here in probably another month. So we'll be up here a lot.
What do you do in between?
Well, both of us work out at the Space Center. However, this is our hobby job. We have real jobs too, but this is our hobby.
Hey, you know, Pink Floyd's the new solar system. The new, they named it after Pink Floyd.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they found another solar system out there, and it's got like 9 billion planets and 300 suns or whatever, and they named it Pink Floyd.
Can we get it before you head out? Can I get Tack to get a picture of you real quick?
Absolutely.
All right, Tack.
Oh, yeah.
Take a picture if you
Hey,
don't mind.
Definitely.
listen.
Hey, it was very nice meeting you.
There we go. Nice.
Cool deal.
Very good.
Thanks, partner. Yeah, guys, have a good night.
Okay, thank you.
See ya. Good call on the picture, buddy.
You do realize that was not who said he was, right?
Yeah, Jason already came and told me. He tells everyone that.
No,
But now
that
we
was-
can say we interviewed the lead guitarist from Pink Floyd, and who's going to challenge us on that?
I was looking it up. What you say, Roger Waters? I was looking at his picture. I'm like,
He looks similar.
Maybe.
But
I don't
it's
know.
like me saying, well, I don't know. It's like Andrea saying she looks like Amy Adams.
yeah. I mean,
She's close enough. What?
Yep.
I am.
She's close enough where she
I mean,
can
I
get
was
away with
looking
it.
and I
but
was looking at pictures and trying to look at more. I was
I
like,
could say I was a
it
stunt
might
double.
be him. I don't know.
I do all the stunt double stuff for Amy Adams in her movies.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Can you,
Cool.
before you keep going, can you bring the mic this way a little bit? You just need to reposition it. Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
So that was cool.
So, all right,
It's,
impromptu interview with Roger Waters?
Waters. Waters.
Who, who needs a cab to get home?
Lead guitarist for Pink Floyd. Right here in the Village Idiot.
Right here in the
On our show, recording live.
Nice.
Which brings us to number 5.
All right.
We tuck our penis behind our legs for entertainment. Every guy has tried tucking at least once, but by tucking, I mean jamming our genitals, the whole caboodle between our legs. Some people call it the ugly girl, and others call it the black back salad.
Or the
Either
goat.
way, it's something adult men
Goat.
generally find hilarious.
I did that like when I was a kid, like once or twice. I haven't done it as an adult, like ever.
When I fall asleep on the couch and I go to stretch my legs, it automatically does it sometimes. I'm like, oh, that's not good. No, that's also called the goat from the movie Waiting. That's when you tuck everything between your legs, bend over and moon somebody, and they get an extra moon
Yeah.
because they get extra giblets back there when you're mooning them. That's called the goat. So
Number 6.
I've done that before.
We laugh at others' physical hurt. We can laugh at someone getting hurt and
Yeah.
simultaneously feel absolutely terrible for
We do
him
be doing that, don't we,
or
Tech?
her.
We do it as a people. We do that.
It's part of what makes world star hip hop the definition of guilty
World
pleasure.
star.
You're goddamn right. World star!
All right, number 7, we do dangerous, impulsive things. The massive men lead lives of quiet desperation. That quote is no less true than when Thorough?
Thorough?
Yeah, Thorough, Thoreau
Thoreau.
said it.
Thoreau.
I'm not
I'm going to throw the ball.
I'm not sure we can really blame a society who says men have to be tough and stoic, but men kill themselves around 4 times more often than women, generally without mentioning it or telegraphing it. We'd probably be more impulsive and we're definitely more violent, but there's probably something in that statistic worth thinking about.
Okay.
Dangerous, impulsive things.
Yeah. I'll agree with that. I don't know about the suicide rates, though. That was kind of an odd one to throw in there.
That was just in that person's quote.
Okay.
Number 8, we fall in love hard and fast. Again, men to be.
What?
Again,
Wait,
men
you sure this isn't just sex? We like to have sex hard and fast.
love. Men
love.
tend to be more impulsive. and testosterone may conflate love and lust. I'm not sure there's an argument about who's the more romantic of the sexes, that is, until you get into a serious relationship.
Okay.
So when guys fall hard, they fall hard and fast. It's like they're good with everything
think,
else,
Tack?
but when they find the right girl, they are
What was the
smitten.
name of this list again? I thought it was like what
13 things guys do when women aren't around.
We fall in love when you're not
Yeah,
around.
that one's kind of weird to add into that
I'm
list.
confused.
But
A little confused.
looking at things on the internet like World Star, yeah, I'll
I think they
definitely do
hide
that.
it.
But
I think
Yeah.
they hide those true feelings. Like in the beginning, like they meet the girl, they know hard and fast, serious. They
Okay.
know they want this girl. This is the one for them.
I don't hide it.
I fall
I
in
don't know.
love fast, but I don't necessarily hide it either.
Okay. Number 9. We enjoy peeing from high places. It's an art. Maybe not an art like making a mosaic of Darth Vader out of a bunch of tiny pictures of Darth Vader,
Nice.
but watching something in your body made arc majestically over a picturesque butte, B-U-T-T-E.
I like peeing over a butte.
Boot.
Yes, butte.
And
It's a
the
butte.
great unknown is magical.
I'll agree with that. I enjoy peeing from weird places. I think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've never really peed from a high place before, but it sounds awesome.
You know what's really fun when you pee at an elementary school. That's really
What?
Wait, what?
In the
What?
bathroom?
Kidding.
What is weird? All right. We want to make our women happy without too much effort. Our greatest relationship selling author, John Gray, a man's greatest pleasure in life is making his partner happy. When we're complaining about you complaining, the general consensus is, damn, I wish I knew how to make her happier without doing much work. Beware, we've long suspected there is some squeaky wheel gets the grease tricky afoot.
Okay.
So you want to make your woman happy without having to do shit.
Yeah.
well, that's the American dream, I think.
All right. Yeah. Laziness abodes in men's lives usually, so I'll agree with that. You know what I really like to do? I like to go to a bar and pretend I'm somebody that I'm really not. Oh, no, that was just our guest we had.
Oh, Roger.
Jason, I mentioned it.
Hey, did
Jason,
you guys
Jason
know-
he goes, hey, you're getting that recorded, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, good.
Do you guys know I used to be the drummer in Metallica?
In Metallica, no
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
I used to
Your face is too red. You're
What?
getting red.
Well-
you're
well,
fake lying to us, and
do-
your face
do-
is turning red.
yeah,
Do-
but I
do you
used to
remember-
manage Lincoln Park.
Tack, do you remember the pictures in a lot of churches where Jesus is in the picture and in the background
That's
there's those
you?
little fat babies that are playing harps?
Those are all you?
I was the baby playing the harp. I'm pretty fucking famous.
I
I'm just saying.
recognized you.
Sorry, my cab is here. I need to go get my yellow cab. Let's go. By the way, Yellow Lead was the name of his new band. Well, it's like a pencil, but with yellow, and they've got lead.
He was trying to justify the name, you know. It's just
Yeah.
like
I took a
he was trying to
bathroom
be
break during
deep and
that.
profound.
I saw.
Figured
Still,
like a
we're
time.
gonna air this podcast when we interviewed the lead singer or the lead guitarist of
course.
Pink Floyd.
Of course.
Who the fuck
All right,
knows if that's really
got
true
a few
or not?
more. We actively hate at least one person we don't know. It's part of what makes team sports compelling. It could be jealousy, but it's more likely that if we had the work ethic and gosh-given talent, we wouldn't be such
They
jerks
couldn't
all
say
the time.
God. They were so uppity up of a
Gosh.
review.
I am.
Oh, you did that.
Oh,
All right.
She's censoring.
I love God.
This is uncensored and unapologetic podcast.
Yeah, that's for you guys, not me.
Oh, all right.
I'm the
True.
woman. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Whoa. Well, you kind of took a U-turn there. All right, sorry.
Huh?
Go ahead.
What was that one again?
We actively hate at least one person we don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Wait,
part,
that we don't
basically,
know?
it's part of what makes team sports compelling.
I'll partially agree with that. I don't think I would hate
don't-
the person that I don't know, but I can set my
Like
mind
who?
into they are my
Oh, like-
enemy and I will win in this competition. I can set my mind that way.
I don't understand, like, people, you mean like Rosie O'Donnell? Like, I don't know her,
No, somebody
but I
you
hate
don't
her.
know in like a competition
It
series.
says it could be jealousy, but it's more likely that if we had the work ethic and gosh-given talent, we wouldn't be such jerks all the time.
Maybe jealousy over an athlete that can do better than you in a certain sport.
So you're just like, God, I hate that guy. Do
Yeah,
everything right.
I'm so jealous of athletes. I wish I could.
I'm jealous. You're jealous of that guy that was here right now.
You are
that
jealous of
played
the Pink
for
Floyd lead guitarist.
I saw
true.
that.
Robin Walker.
Roger
What did you
Waters.
say his name was?
Robin
Fucking
Walker.
guy. We have all right. So our listeners, we have a picture of that. We're gonna put that up on
Yeah,
our
I'm
Facebook
so glad
page.
you got a picture. That's such a
All right,
great idea.
let's do the last one.
Oh, sorry.
We do a quick 15 push-ups before going anywhere, like to the beach or on a date, or possibly
That's
for
awesome.
a suit. Anytime that a bigger chest would impress someone, it's like fluffing, but not as diverse regarding the growers versus the showers community.
Oh,
We're laughing because definitely not.
with me and Zach, it wouldn't exactly help.
Oh, I know.
Actually, it would help.
One.
Probably should start doing it.
There was one more. We think we originally came up with the hottest fads, like Facebook or rollerblades or the vertical axis wind turbine, or that he used to play
What?
Hunger Games with his G.I. Joes. At any rate, he came up with it, and it failed to act next time.
I see that a little bit. I see
I
that.
came up with glitter.
You invented
Are you
glitter.
serious?
No, I didn't come invent glitter.
You didn't come?
I started wearing glitter as makeup in 1990. No one else in my
I used to
entire
be the lead guitarist for Pink Floyd.
No, I already met him. Roger.
Oh, that's right. Damn it. Let's come up with a different one.
I wore glitter, though, before anyone else in Oklahoma and my community.
All
And
right,
it was
so
nail glitter, not makeup glitter. So maybe that one's more for girls, not guys.
On that note,
on that note, let's take a break, and when we come back,
we have George Harrison himself that's going to be
George
on the no, I'm just
Harrison
kidding.
himself is here.
I have
For
Michael
sure.
Bolton coming in.
Michael Bolton is coming in, too.
Yeah.
He's promoting his Valentine's Day special that's on.
Yeah, let me just see who's drunk enough to pretend to be Michael Bolton. Oh, wait. No, I mean the real one.
All right, we'll be back.
When a man loves a woman.
How am I supposed to live without? All right, we're taking it.
Taking it to the turntable. It's DJ Gillugo and the G Square House Party.
Got the potion and the motion. When I'm feeling low, when my love starts to flow. He's got the power every hour.
Haley is bored. Bored with life and endlessly looking for a purpose and her place in the universe. She knows there's more out there than working 9 to 5. She never imagined going on one job interview would change everything and open doors she never knew existed. Ancient family journals, 2 friends, and an irresistible bloodlust to deal with. Turns out being a vampire isn't as sexy as she thought it would be. Between the monster, late-night bloodbaths, and a vengeful ex-love of her man, it keeps her busy. But it doesn't have to be this way. Does it? Should she live free and forever without responsibilities? Or will she find the direction she's been looking for? One thing she does know is that she will fight for what she wants and create the perfect life without traditional vampire restrictions. And she won't let anyone or anything get in her way. Order your copy of the novel First Generation Book 1 by Zoe Emerson on Amazon. Available on paperback and Kindle. For more information, go to zoeemerson.com.
Peering into the inner thoughts and expressions of men. Women submit questions for Adam and Tack to get brutal, honest admissions. We call this the Guyry. Guyry? Really? Is that the best we could come up with?
All right, we have a special question tonight. Our friend of the podcast, Kim Kennedy, is here with an
Hey, just so you
live
know,
question.
the person that wore those headphones and talked to that mic last was the lead singer. Lead guitarist.
Self-proclaimed.
Yep,
Yes.
lead
Yeah.
guitarist, Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Roger
Luckily, I brought
Walker.
some antibacterial spray, so you're good to go.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much. God only knows if I need an ear infection. Shit.
All right, so Miss Kim Kennedy,
Do you have a question for us?
give these guys the question.
It came to mind because, well, you know, we're near Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah. Right under the quarter, Andrea.
It's going to be a little personal, but it'll make anybody deep in thought really think. If you were a guy or girl.
I'm a guy.
Okay.
Oh, I'm a guy
girl.
too.
But how would you explain to your significant other, or how would you let them know ahead of time before, home plate, just sex, how would you go about telling the other person that you had an STD?
Oh.
Kim, is there something you're trying to say? Your
No.
boyfriend's right outside, isn't he?
He doesn't have anything.
Let's
I don't
bring
have
it
anything.
over. Oh, okay. I didn't know if this was.
How do
Well,
you...
it came to
Does
this is how it
Hallmark make
came
a
to-
card?
Happy Valentine's Day. Read the card. You'll know what it means.
Oh, I'm
I have
positive for
AIDS.
this. Here's my report from the doctor's.
Holy shit. So the question
That's
is...
how you could do it, actually.
How do you tell your significant other that you have an STD?
Yeah, okay, let's say you're dating someone and you've only gone on 3 dates.
Have you slept with them
Oh,
already?
okay.
No, well,
It's an important question.
okay, here's
Because either
where,
it's a surprise present or it's a, hey, before we have sex, you need to know this.
Yes, it's a...
Ooh.
Well, wait, that's if the guy is actually genuine enough that will say, hey, before we go any farther, I need to tell you something.
Right.
I hope he does.
I
Oh
hope
my
they
God.
Yeah.
do, because if I find out they don't and they do it to one of my friends, I'm going to kill them.
Yeah, no kidding.
So they want to know if you have VD for VD.
Nice.
VD for VD.
Damn. And well, it only came to
Gonorrhea,
mind.
syphilis.
It only came to mind because there was a guy I was dating. It didn't get that far, but he was very nice, and he did it pretty smart. I was on the phone talking to him, and he just said, "So, I know we haven't known each other long enough, but I need your help. I am seeing that going out with this other girl. I mean, him and I were not in a committed relationship.
Sure.
It was fine.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, I like her, but I don't know how to tell her that I have
What kind of
said it,
STD? Let's clarify. What is it? Crabs or is it something that's permanent?
Gonorrhea.
Well, it was something that was
syphilis.
permanent.
Permanent
but it was
STD.
Something. It was
Controllable?
It was controllable.
Herpes.
Herpes
Pretty
has
much,
probably,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
sounds-
But here's the thing. How he got it was not his fault.
Sat on a toilet seat. Somebody else had
No.
herpes on.
No. He got it from the girlfriend.
What's still his fault? Wait a minute.
But
Thank you.
he didn't know.
He didn't know. He did not know.
He didn't know
He didn't
she
know at
had
all.
it, so
Doesn't-
how would that be his fault?
Because if you're having sex with somebody that you don't know their background, you always protect yourself.
Did you ask me before you had sex with me?
Anyway, I don't know.
Actually, I think we
Well,
did talk about that.
No, we did not.
I don't know if he watches the podcast or not
Oh.
because I'm still friends with him. On
Okay, we
Facebook.
won't.
But-
Yeah.
Well, nobody
but
watches it.
or listens to it. Tack. Damn you. No.
I'm just giving you shit because you've been on the show a lot.
I know. No, Tack. As soon
so
as I
how-
think of something, my
Tack,
brain's
how-
not dead. I'll give you shit too.
Tack, how would you tell your girl that you're about to have sex with? That you've got the old gonorrhea herpesiphilates.
Well, my
You're
girl
eating
does
your
listen.
Ryan. You're eating your Ryan's
I
pizza
know.
right
I'm
now.
enjoying Ryan's pizza. Well, my girl does listen to the show, and this is not any way for me to go a roundabout way to tell her anything. So
Good.
let me start off by saying
So,
I have
Holly,
nothing.
By the way,
Yeah, I have
Happy
nothing.
VD
But
Day.
it should be done. Just like you were saying. Like, okay, before we get intimate, I need you to know that.
So conversation.
Yeah. Well, one of the way, like besides pulling it down. Okay, check this out.
Yeah.
I would say
Oh
the
my
way
God.
the way you should really announce it to your girl before you
Yeah.
guys have sex.
Facebook post.
Always before. No, even better.
Oh, okay.
No, Facebook.
I say you do it exactly like they do with the balloons in a gender reveal party, and you let it pop out of a box and say, "I've got herpes."
God, no.
Oh my God.
Well, you
That's
put it.
awesome.
You make it fun.
Hey, do you-
You're like, look,
okay,
I'm
okay.
healthy now, but
Yeah.
I could inflame up in like 3 weeks or something, and I need to take a little pill, and then I'm back to normal again. Make it fun. If you've
Yeah.
got it for the rest of your
Kind of
life,
like
fuck it.
Shark
Have
Week
fun
for
with it.
girls.
Yes, Shark Week for girls.
Okay,
yes.
Adam. How would you?
He just told you.
Yeah,
Oh, you did?
I think I would
I'm
do. I
sorry.
think I would do a reveal party. No, yeah, Tack's right.
That's
you do,
right, yeah.
You do with a full conversation, a mature conversation about, here's my history.
Mm-hmm.
I was unsafe at some point in my life, and I got this, and
Well,
it's
yeah.
controlled, but this is the situation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But I just want to say this, but in my friend's defense, he was in a relationship with this girl for a couple years.
oh well,
So she cheated.
either that or she didn't come. She wasn't honest. with it.
Oh, gotcha.
The eyebrows show me that.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is a podcast, so you have to talk.
Oh,
I saw
tax
it.
right, tax right.
The eyebrows show it all.
All right, let's.
That's horrible. That's awful, though.
I I know. I felt
And it's
really
like,
bad.
I mean, you're already getting cheated on for one thing, and then
Yeah.
to get, oh god, that's terrible.
I know. I felt real bad for him, but I mean,
Are we able to pull up another stool, another chair over here?
There's a chair
to bring on our friend.
right beside you.
let me go grab it.
The pizza's on it. Hang on a second.
We'll move the pizza.
Got it.
All right, so sitting down with us now, we have the drummer for Megadeth. No, I'm just kidding. We have,
We had the guitarist already.
So the old guy, I don't know if you saw that before you were here, but the old guy that was sitting right where Kim's sitting
Yeah.
said he was the lead guitarist for Pink Floyd. What? Robin Walter?
Water.
Roger Waters.
Roger Waters.
He looked close, but it was not him. And
all right, so we got Jacob here, and he also runs the Smoke Rings in Merritt Island.
Merritt Square
Adam.
Mall? Yeah.
And he's also going to start a podcast here soon. So what's up, man?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do. It's called Malls of Our Lives.
Malls of Our Lives.
Malls of Our
I used to
Lives.
work at the mall years ago.
So did I.
Adam did too.
I frequent the mall.
It's gonna be like a Days of Our Lives theme.
Nice.
For the music and the intro and the people.
Oh, nice.
And we're just gonna talk about all the crazy shit that happens to retail employees.
Retail life, man.
Retail.
I love it.
retail
I
lives.
have some stories.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody has some stories. Yeah.
That's going to
I
be a
worked
good
at
show.
GameStop. I was the GameStop chick.
Oh man.
Oh no.
You have lived the life.
Yes.
You have lived the life.
So you run the Smoke Rings Vape Shop out of
co-run the Vape Smoke Rings Kiosk.
The vape. So the kiosk that's at the east end of the mall.
Yeah, over by the
Yeah.
Books A Million.
So Tack and I, as well as Andrea and Kim, have bought tons and tons and tons of stuff. I've actually racked up enough of those, like $500 and you
Oh,
get
yeah.
$50.
I just used
like 4
mine
or
like
5
a
times.
few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, God damn it, I can't remember his name right this second. Who's the guy that we used to work with for our sponsorship there?
I keep wanting to say Kyle because that's the only
Jordan.
name I know there.
What?
Jordan?
Jordan, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Jordan.
also a Zach there too,
Jordan.
right?
There is a Zach there.
Yeah, I know Zach.
So we worked with Jordan
His
a while.
nickname is Turtle.
I get that.
Turtle.
I understand that one completely. No
So
explanation needed.
We worked with Jordan a while back to do our sponsorship there, so thank you very much for sponsoring us for,
Oh, yeah.
about 2 months maybe, I guess, is what we had their ads running for, so
Yeah.
thank you for that. And we are looking for another vape and smoke, really vape, because we all vape and we like promoting vape here with
Yeah.
a vape sponsor, so, and we're dirt cheap.
Yeah, possibly.
I should have brought some of the marketing stuff up here tonight.
We
but
will definitely touch base with that for sure.
Cool. Yeah,
cool.
that sounds like a lot of fun. When's your guys' podcast going to come out?
Hopefully, the initial setup, we're going to start announcing it on the Facebook Live. Gives it a very opportune availability to just kind of hop on and start doing it.
Nice.
And then once we gather all the ducks in a row, we're going to start posting it on like iTunes and the various podcast apps.
Well,
Yep.
between Tack and myself, we've done all of this, and in fact, I just helped another group called the Smoke Shop or the Smoke Break podcast. I helped them get all of their stuff launched in iTunes and Google Play Music and Stitcher and all those.
Yeah.
So if it gets to
Yeah,
that
for
point,
sure.
you guys want help?
Oh,
We've
yeah,
already been down this
absolutely.
road a ton of times. We're happy to
Yeah.
help out, especially local podcasters.
Yeah, for sure.
This show, in fact, we talked a little bit about some of the other podcasters that are in the area. So when you guys start, there's a group called Podcast Mafia you should join because they're all local Central Florida podcasters.
Oh, yeah.
And they like share guests and share ideas and tips and tricks and shit like
Yeah.
that for podcasting. And it's also a cool way for you to get more listeners to your show.
And with our retail theme, I think every single civil human being has worked retail. if they haven't worked retail, I don't want to talk to them.
Puts hair in your
Understood.
chest, Adam. Puts hair in your chest. I don't have hair on my chest, but I work
you have
retail
hair on your
for-
balls.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man. We look forward to it. Let us know what we can do to help promote you and
Oh, yeah.
and help you launch and all that stuff. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. And hey, it's a race between you guys, Fast Eddie's, and Buck's Tobacceria. We're only going to get one vape sponsor,
Wow.
but nobody's signed anything yet. So
Yeah.
there you go. Till ink is on paper, we don't have a sponsor yet.
Oh yeah. We'll make something happen.
There's a segment in our show called The Guyry.
Okay.
It's a fancy name. It kind of sounds like diarrhea. It's not. One of our fans made up, or our listeners made up that name.
Okay.
It's a section of our podcast where some of our listeners email in questions for me and Tack and our other host. It's normally here, Jay Alvarez, to answer honestly. It's men's perspectives on these questions women have.
Okay.
So Andrea has more questions currently from other
So
listeners.
if you want to stay on and answer our questions.
We would love to have another input.
Sure.
I have four questions tonight.
Four tonight.
Four whole questions.
All right.
Well, usually we've got like 8 or 10, but tonight we've got kind of a restricted
right.
time frame. So she picked the 4 best ones.
All right, Andrea.
All right, so number 1's from Katie in Florida.
Okay.
I've been talking to a guy for a little over a month now, and he hasn't asked me to be his girlfriend. I'm in college, and when we're at school, we spend a lot of time together. I decided to have sex with him just before we went home for winter break. He acted normal for the first week after we slept together, texting and calling regularly, but then things started to change. After about the 3rd week of the break, he was barely making contact. Also, about a week after we had sex, I asked him if he sees this going anywhere, and he replied, I don't know yet. I didn't respond.
That's a no.
I'm so confused by his behavior. Did sex ruin us? What should I do?
I don't think I don't think sex ruined you. I think he just had no intentions of going anywhere.
However, she did need to tell him that she had an STD, and she didn't do that yet. That's a different. Sorry, that's a different question. I was confusing the questions.
I mean, honestly, if she sleeps with him again, then it will tell the truth tale.
That's true. Yeah.
That is true.
That's a good call.
Interesting.
Sex never ruins anything. It just kind of. It's like when you turn the lights on and there's cockroaches in your apartment and they kind of scurry. It's not a pretty sight, but you know.
If he sticks around after the second bang, then it's going somewhere. But if he's not texting after that, you should just sleep with his friend.
Exactly.
All right, next is Rebecca from Florida. A guy that I was seeing described me as voluptuous. I instantly got upset and took it as him calling me fat, which I'm not. Do men use words like this to politely imply that a woman is fat?
Typically, I would say no, unless he's a complete chauvinist ass.
Yeah.
If I was trying to, well, I would never say anything like that, so I can't even put myself in that situation. But no, voluptuous is a great adjective to use for a woman that meets your criteria of what you consider sexy. It's a good adjective to use to describe somebody. Now, if you're super self-conscious, I wouldn't use that word.
The real question is, what's her IQ? 'Cause she needs to know what voluptuous means.
That's a good point.
What is the definition of voluptuous?
I guess I'm looking it up. Hang on.
That's a good question.
Let's look it up.
I would say it's thick, beautiful,
healthy.
Yeah, sounds fat.
You know,
It's an
not
old tiny word.
Sounds fat.
it sounds
Thick sounds fatter than voluptuous to me. However,
Voluptuous would sound
well. There's a
fat.
definite difference between thick and fat. Fat is
You're
all the
describing a
yeah.
steak.
yeah. Fat is the cellulite and the rolls.
Got all
Whereas
that.
thick is
all
just
that. I got all of it.
Voluptuous sounds sexy.
I would describe a steak as voluptuous too.
All right. Are you ready for the definition?
Yeah, go, Ken.
It's an adjective. Nice job, Adam.
grammar points.
All right.
I'm going home.
That's
Mike,
5th grade.
drop.
Related to you're characterized by luxury or sensual pleasure.
Ooh.
Pleasure is a good word.
For example,
Luxury.
long curtains in voluptuous crimson velvet.
Wait, long beef curtains?
What are we
Long
talking
curtains in
Ew.
voluptuous crimson velvet. Oh my god, I
It's
cannot
like beef
talk.
curtains. That is totally
Gross.
beef
Well,
curtains.
well,
Just beef curtains.
Is that like
okay,
Snagglepuss?
hang on. Of a woman. It says of a woman. It says, drum roll,
Snagglepuss.
curvious and sexually attractive.
Ooh, curvy.
Yeah, I like curves.
So,
Curves? Yeah.
please
Curves are-
tell her, what's her name?
Rebecca.
Rebecca?
Rebecca.
Rebecca. It is
Marilyn
official-
Monroe is voluptuous.
Yes, she was. She was actually, if you look at pictures of her when she's just, I guess, underwear, it's
an hourglass figure.
Yeah. But, I mean, okay, I don't, you know what, now I'm going off on a tangent. I'm about to go about,
All right.
like, Lady
If
Gaga.
Rebecca is voluptuous, she can text me
She looks
anytime.
hot.
We're gonna let Google answer this for us. I just Google search literally voluptuous models. All right, so let's just click through. These aren't cached or anything. I haven't looked these up before, but these are voluptuous models according to Google. All right, so we'll flip through these. They're curvy. They're not fat by any stretch of the imagination.
What's your podcast rules on cursing?
It's a complete.
Can't
it's
fucking do it.
explicit.
Don't
They are-
fucking
they
do it.
are-
Don't cuss. There's no fucking cussing.
They are all fuckable women. I would fuck every
those
one of
are-
these women.
They're hot.
Yeah.
They don't
Some of
look
these
like
women
little
are so
boys.
hot they would fuck
she's
me.
not voluptuous.
They
that's
don't look like
cute.
little boys. So voluptuous means you don't look like a little boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Voluptuous just means a curvy,
You look
curvy
like
woman.
a
With
young,
curvy woman.
healthy, young adult woman.
All right, you guys continue the podcast. I'm going to scroll.
Turn your phone off.
Oh, what?
So what's the question?
You ain't going home tonight.
No shit.
She thinks it's an offensive word or something?
She
She thought it was offensive.
She was asking
Yeah.
if we thought it was offensive.
No, it's not.
No,
offensive at
I
all.
never thought
No.
that was offensive.
Wait, Tack, we're doing this wrong. Rebecca, listen to us. Send an email to show@livingpodcariously with a
picture?
picture of you in a bikini.
Rebecca, don't do this. They are a bunch of perverts. You're beautiful.
Yes.
Unless you just want some compliments, then go ahead.
Damn it. All right.
Unless
All right.
she's all thick. That's great. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
Sorry, moving on. Just kidding.
Voluptuous means sexy. Just
Yeah.
remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Sexy
It's
and
definitely a sexy word.
curvaceous.
Yeah.
All right, so Liza in North Carolina.
All right.
Hello.
I have been dating a guy for almost a year and a half. He used to text and call and say the sweetest things to me all the time, but out of nowhere things changed. About 5 months later, I was at his house cleaning up and I found a letter from his so-called ex. I knew about this girl from a previous conversation when he told me that she was a good friend of his back in college and she was dating a guy, got caught up and was sent to jail. In this letter, she confessed how
That took a
much
turn.
she loved him, how much love she had for him, and how she couldn't wait to see him when she got out of jail. I confronted him about the letter that night, and he told me that she knew about me, and he was telling her sweet things just because he felt sorry for her. Of course, I let it go because I loved him. About a couple months later, I found another letter. Again, they were confessing their love for each other. She was thanking him for sending her pictures and thanking him for spending time with her mom. This time, I didn't confront him about him. I thought to myself, well, he is still pursuing a relationship with me. He doesn't want her. Now, a couple of days ago, I was at his house using the bathroom and a Valentine's Day card was sitting on top of the sink. It was from this same girl. She said she was so in love with him and was thinking of him for everything he does for her, was thanking him for everything he does for her. I confronted him about it and he says he doesn't care about it and he took it out of the bathroom but he didn't throw it away. I'm upset and he doesn't seem to care. He says I'm overacting and I'm mad for nothing. Am I overreacting or is
What?
this man just taking
May I?
advantage of me?
Take it, Kim.
Yeah, Kim, go.
Coming from a girl's perspective, no, you are not overreacting. That is just if he's trying to give her a pity party, which it is, which I do not tolerate at all. He should be doing something more for her, not for this chick that's in jail who's probably a nut job. And this chick, what's her name? I'm sorry, I'm very bad with names.
Liza.
Liza, you're probably the best damn thing that ever happened to that guy. Walk away.
What if it's that this girl, this
Gone.
ex-girlfriend or whatever, is obsessed with him and won't stop like flooding his house with these letters and shit?
Why are you keeping it?
But
Well,
why
why is he talking
throwing,
to her mother?
Why isn't he throwing away the letters?
Exactly. Why is
Good
it?
point.
why is
That's
that
what
Maybe
I
he's just
want to
lazy.
know.
I'm lazy.
Yeah, but letters are just paper. I throw away
Right.
paper all day.
I guess that's true.
But here's the other thing. What did she go to jail for?
Yeah, that's important.
What did she go to jail? If it's stalking,
Stalking.
I've dealt with a stalker before.
It's like a Law and Order episode.
Yeah.
I've dealt with it
Man,
before.
I've never had a
It's
stalker.
typical. It's
I want a
tough.
stalker.
Stalkers
It's
suck.
tough.
I would like a stalker. If someone wants to
Hey,
stalk,
Great.
I'll stalk you if
Me.
you stalk me.
Wait, that's a little weird.
you can.
Is it?
You can stalk Vape Rabbi on Instagram anytime.
There we go.
Send me stalking nudes.
Okay.
No dick
Vaping.
pics.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
specifically no dick pics.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
No,
Or
I-
all the dick pics.
That's
either
my
way.
go-to right there, man.
No,
So-
I'm sorry.
Li-
That kind of touched a little bit.
Yeah, Liza's boyfriend needs to drop the ex. He needs to make a selection. Either he picks the old girl
Yeah.
or he picks a new girl. Whatever
If-
he wants, he just needs to pick one.
Was it Liza?
Yeah, that was the
Liza?
last.
If I was Liza, I would plan a romantic evening, handcuff him to the bed, and leave.
I like how he thinks.
This guy is stuck
Yeah.
on a prison chick, which means
Yeah.
they're both crazy.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
And you got to
I
run
agree
it
with
through
that one.
crazy.
And yeah, you're worth more than that. Walk away.
Stalker.
Oh yeah.
Was that all the questions you had?
Now I've got
I got
one
a
more.
stalker.
One more?
One more.
One more.
Tag just got a stalker.
I just got a text from a stalker. It says,
Oh.
I'm watching you Always watching you.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. Right now, like live?
Right now, I just got it. It's from Andrea, but
All right, our last question is from Stephanie in Texas. All right, I started dating this guy. I have a bad history with dating, and I always seem to fall for the players and jerks. I met this guy who I've been seeing for over a month now, and things seem to be going good. He's a nice guy who actually seems like he's going to give me the love I deserve. I can be a bit superficial, but while he's not the hottest guy in my book, I love what he offers me and how he's been making me feel. It makes me feel loved and appreciated. My goal is to settle down with a guy that seems to be in his plans too. He seems like he genuinely cares about me. It's just different from what I'm used to. Feels like a breath of fresh air in a way. He has a young daughter and I have a young son. Our kids already get along well. One thing rung a bell, though. I recently went looking through his Facebook pictures, like I'm sure many people do when they start dating someone new. And I was looking at pictures of him from over the years. Well, I saw he posted in May of 2016 a picture of a spray paint on his car, and he wrote, "Here we have yet another psycho ex to add to my laundry list of them. God only knows why I attract them." Should I take this as a red flag?
Wait, because he took a photo of his car that been demolished from an ex?
Vandalized, yeah.
No.
No.
Because he has so many psycho exes.
But she probably just had
Is she a psycho?
Maybe.
I mean, if she's a psycho, then
Well,
maybe.
well, I mean, but it wasn't pointed towards her, correct?
Now,
Maybe
is it his
she's
past?
scared of his psychos.
Well,
Maybe
if
she's
she's
scared of the psycho
She's
girlfriends
afraid
in his
if
life.
she's afraid of the ex-girlfriends, then that's one problem. However, what I think she's asking is she afraid that she's going to turn into an ex and leave him and become crazy because of his history with women that he's admitting to?
He does something that makes them turn psycho.
Or he pulls it out in
Well,
some of them or something.
this could
or he
be
just
so
claims
many
that's how.
things.
Don't you have like one of her exes as your pull boy or something like that?
our lawn guy. Yeah.
Long guys,
No,
what's her
that
ex?
is my mother's boyfriend.
Yeah,
who
but
is
the
lawn
United
service.
States is a class system, so if he's your lawn guy,
Yeah, right?
I mean, he's a
Yeah.
step.
He's a step
He's
below.
below.
You know what? Not to belittle him at all. He actually told her mother's boyfriend, fucking long
Who
story.
owns the lawn service?
He's like,
That's how this happens.
Andrea met a really cool guy.
Gotcha.
She moved up. He gave me compliments third party, which was really kind of cool. I was flattered
He said
to hear
I
it.
upgraded.
Yeah, it was nice to hear. I've never had any issues with the guy. He's kind of a lazy guy, but other than that, I've never had it. She's a nice guy. To me, he's a nice guy. To her,
Yeah.
he was a dick, but to me, he's
Yeah.
fine.
Some people don't work well in relationships.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Is that it?
That's all.
That's
Cool.
Did you lose connection?
Briefly.
Is it back on now?
Yes, it's
Okay,
back
cool.
on.
Okay.
Okay.
Where'd Dan go?
I don't know.
Did he have to plug something?
I was going to see if Stephanie... Hey, do you have a question?
Stephanie!
Did you have a question you want to ask? You don't want to? Okay.
No?
All right.
Oh.
All right. Well, do we...
She's confident in her relationship.
Yeah, the two of them are. They're a fantastic
they're
couple.
married, aren't they?
I know both
Yeah.
of them, and they are a solid couple.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Stephanie and Dan
Definitely.
are fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
They just should have brought Carl.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Do we want to get out of here?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Wait a minute.
It's been good.
Well, let's let what? Well, we're about
The
to plug.
grip?
Yeah, we were about to plug.
Oh, shit.
So
I'm
let-
sorry.
time.
Yeah, Kim, go first. Plug your stuff. Your show's about to release, or movie's about to get
we got
released.
we got a new trailer coming out February 15th. I'm not sure what exact time, but follow us on Facebook, The Grip Movie. You
And
can
that's
follow me.
THEGRIP, the movie.
Yes.
Okay.
Not the grip like movie,
Yeah.
grip. Or you can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/Kim Kennedy 88.
Kim Kennedy 88 on Facebook.
Yes, on Facebook.
Perfect.
And
And
yeah, there's
lo
a
and
ton of
behold,
photos.
Kim is the silhouette model for our logo. So
Oh, yeah.
she is the silhouette.
Fancy.
That's right.
There's an episode that details exactly. Was that one? Did we keep
Did
that
we
one?
have? Did you guys keep it?
You didn't
No,
keep anything.
wait.
Well,
I'll look. I'll look.
No.
Let me look. Take
How
2
about-
seconds. I'll cut
Is
this
that
dead air.
Kim
I'll cut this
Kennedy
dead air
comes from our old school episode.
Yeah.
That episode on Pornhub.
Way back.
I've
Yeah,
known
I've seen it.
Tack and Adam when they were
First starting off the podcast.
yeah, and
so-
When we
they
had
were
our boy
single.
Ron.
Yeah.
They were single.
Yeah, it's true.
Now,
When we were
now
single.
they've been nabbed.
Kim Kennedy, episode number 10.
Oh,
Introduction to Special Guest Kim Kennedy, talking shit. News storage data. All right, so go check out episode number 10 of Living Podcariously. Way back in the day is where we feature Kim Kennedy on the show. She is our model for our logo. So
Yeah, this is episode, 49 or something like that?
we're on episode 49 now.
49, yeah.
20 more episodes, guys.
That's right. Oh, we got to do something special for 69.
It's going to get dirty.
Yeah, it has
Like
to.
a Law and Order voice.
I got an idea.
What?
Crap, and I'm gonna have to do this, aren't I? One chick lays down.
I like it. I like
take
it.
A shot out of the belly button.
Okay.
Another girl takes a shot out of the belly button on the girl.
I'll dress up like the other girl.
And then the other girl can have a shot in her mouth. And then
That's-
it would be a blowjob shot, and she would have to grab it out of the mouth.
Do I have to dress up as the other girl?
Wait, we're not doing it together, Tag.
No.
I don't know what's happening.
Whatever, Caitlin.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
You do
But
you.
can we do it to maybe, like, I don't know, for charity? Like, they get to
For
pay
charity?
to do it?
Do it on a live
I'll do
feed
it.
that people pay money to see.
I'll
Wait,
do
we're
it.
just gonna start our own porn site from what it sounds like. We'll work out those
It was
details.
for $69.
Blowjobshots.com.
We'll
think about it.
We'll work out those
We
details.
got like 20
Okay.
weeks to think
I'm
about
sorry,
this.
I
So.
just brainstormed like crazy on it.
All right, plug anything you want to plug.
All right, or you can find me on Instagram under Vape Rabbi. That's VAPERABBI.
Add that right now.
And very shortly in the near distant future, hopefully not Doc Brown speed, we're gonna do the Malls of Our Lives podcast,
That's
where
so cool.
we're just gonna talk about all the retail customers. You know who you are.
That's an awesome. That really actually sounds
Oh, yeah.
cool.
And
I like the sound of it.
hopefully we can collaborate in the future with the Living Podcariously
Yeah,
and
dude.
do a little combination podcast.
Definitely.
Wait,
We're all about that.
Definitely.
What, Vape Rabbi.
rap, okay.
Yeah, RABBI.
I type Vape Tabby.
Extra Jewish.
I already follow you.
Extra Jewish.
I'm much faster with phones than these two. I'm like a teenage
Dude.
girl.
There it is.
I'm
Massive.
sorry, I Googled it, and the first thing that shows up on Google is where there's smoke or vape, there's. Say that?
We run away from smoke and vape if you're Jewish.
But it's got Torah, Orthodox Church, Kashrus, Kash, Kashrus. Wow. Okay.
Kashrus Vitora. Yeah. It's on Instagram,
It's like
Vape Rabbi.
Cool.
Vape
Yep, I
Rabbi.
followed you.
Oh, Instagram.
If you Google it, you'll probably just get a bunch of Holocaust
I know. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I thought it was a.
shit. Vape is like a water vapor and Holocaust.
It's been a long
Our
day,
listeners know it. So the
fellas.
listeners
Yeah.
that are devoted listeners know we used to run ads for Smoke Rings a long time ago, and
Okay.
that's where
Yeah.
we used to have them on the show
Yeah.
a while ago. But all right, if you want to follow us, check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/livingpodcariously. What's our Twitter?
Twitter, you can follow us at Podcarious. And you can also. Isn't there something else? Oh, well,
Yeah, there's one more.
well, I know. She always does that one.
Yep.
Podcast Radio Network, Wednesdays at 8 p.m.
Is that the new time that just came out?
Wednesdays for this show at 8, Tuesdays for Twisted 10 at 8, and then Sunday he plays both shows for us again, so we get an extra simulcast on his network.
That's
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, it was really cool
Bonus.
of him. So, well, cool. All right, so on behalf of our guests and Jason from Village Idiot Pub,
Yes,
thank you guys for listening.
Jason. You're
Thanks for the awesome beer.
I love the
Absolutely.
place.
Definitely.
My name's Adam,
And I'm Tack.
I'm Andrea Joy.
and we're going to get out of here. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.